Chlorinde, the champion duelist of Fontaine, who is known for her amazing strength and battle prowess. She is about to become playable in the version 4.7 of Genshin Impact, and in this video we will be talking about her kit and the best way to build her so you can prepare for her as soon as she comes out. Hi everyone, I am Akshay and welcome to my channel Gacha Gaming. So starting off with Chlorinde's kit, she is an Electro Sword user who works on the mechanism of Bond of Life. So her normal attacks are simply as that of a sword user. She do multiple strikes from her sword dealing physical damage. Next is her elemental skill and the most amazing part of her kit. Her elemental skill, Skill Hunter's Vigil, using it will cause her to enter night vigil state, and during this state, Chlorinde can unleash two different type of special attacks. One, her normal attacks will be converted into Swift Hunt, that is, she will be using pistol to deal electro damage. And secondly, elemental skill attacks will be converted into lunging attacks known as Impale the Knight, that will also do electro damage. And also, on using her elemental skill, Chlorinde gains a Bond of Life. So using Swift Hunt attacks, that is her normal attacks after using her elemental skill, will increase Chlorinde's Bond of Life, and on using Impale the Light, that is her elemental skill, will decrease the Bond of Life, and it also affects the amount of damage that she will do. So the lower the amount of Bond of Life, the higher will be her Swift Hunt or her normal attack damage, and similarly, the higher the Bond of Life, the higher will be the damage of her Impale the Knight, that is her lunging attacks. Her skill also states that when she is in night vigil state, any healing other than that of provided by her lunging attack will be converted into Bond of Life. So meaning when she will do her lunging attack from her elemental skill, she will gain a certain amount of healing that will be based on her elemental skill. Nextly, her elemental burst. So her elemental burst do a AoE electro damage and grants her a Bond of Life based on her maximum HP. The Bond of Life provided or granted will be based on a certain percentage of her max HP. So next, let's talk about her passive talent 1, known as Dark Shattering Flame. It states that whenever any party member does an electro related reaction, the electro damage dealt by her normal attack and her elemental burst will increase based on her attack value. So whenever a party member do electro reaction damage in the party, the Chlorinde's normal and elemental burst attack will be increased. As per for her passive talent 2, known as Lawful Numeration, if her Bond of Life is greater than or equal to a certain percentage of her max HP, any change in her Bond of Life will increase her crit rate. And also, when she is in night vigil states after her elemental skill, the percentage of healing converted into Bond of Life will increase. So after her passive talent 2, she will have a greater amount of Bond of Life received when using lunging attacks of her elemental skill. Her exploration passive also suggests that Chlorinde can reveal locations of Fontaine local specialties in the minimap, so that can also help you in gathering many Fontaine local specialties. So next we will talk about her weapons. So as she is a main on-field DPS and her kit basically deals on or is based on the amount of electro damage that she does, so her best in-class weapons will be starting from her signature weapon, that is Absolution. The weapon is supposed to have a crit damage substat. The second will be the Haran, that will provide substat of crit rate. Next is the Mist Splitter with a passive or the second talent of crit damage. Also the Light of Folia Inversion, that also provides a substat of crit damage. Well, as per for her 4-star options, one of the best options will be the Finale of Deep. Next will be the Black Sword. Another can be the Loins Roar at R5, and you can use Black Cliff Longsword. The Harbinger of Dawn can also be a good option if you are able to keep her max HP above 90% all the time. But that does not seem feasible for a on-field DPS. So it is a good option only if you are able to keep her health at above the 90%. So you can use her if you are using her with a good shielder like Zhongli or something. Nextly, let's talk about her best artifact sets. So as her mechanism is based on Bond of Life, the best artifact set for her will be the Fragments of Harmonic Whimsy that will provide her with up to 54% from 4-piece and 18% from 2-piece. The second option can be a Gladiator's Finale that will provide her normal attacks with 35% and her attack with 18% increase. The other can be Gilded Dreams for 80 EM in her 2-piece, and the 4-piece will provide her with 30% normal attack damage. Or you can use the 4-piece Thundering Fury if you are planning to use her in Electro related teams. You can also use any 2-piece set on her with either Electro damage bonus, attack or EM. As per for the artifact slots, she will do great with an attack Sands. You can use EM Sands if planning to use her in a aggravate team, but attack Sands will do also fine. As per for her goblet, she would like an Electro damage bonus goblet and would like a crit damage circlet. Well, as per for the substats, you would like to prioritize crit, then attack, then EM and then energy recharge. As per for her talent priority, you would like to prioritize her skill and normal attack and then after the elemental burst. As per for her team compositions, she would do great in aggravate, hyper bloom and overload teams. So you can use a combination of characters that will be great for those teams. But if you are using her for any of the Electro related compositions or teams, the Fischl will be her one of the best in class team member, as she will be constantly able to proc Electro related reactions alongside being off field. So that was all from the Chlorine's kit and her build guide. Let me know in the comments what are your thoughts regarding Chlorine and if you're gonna be pulling for her and using her in her team composition. So until the next video and the next time, have a great time guys. Bye bye.